Hi YouTube. So I'm here to do like a super quick video. It is a rave video, not a rant. First of all, check out my curls. Hey. Okay, anyways. So I'm so excited because I don't know if a lot of you watch the show The Walking Dead, but I absolutely positively love that show. Like The Walking Dead and How to Get Away with Murder are probably like the two best shows on TV, period, hands down. I could be wrong. No, I really like the haves and the have-nots too. Well, anyways, Sunday nights, The Walking Dead is the best, hands down. And this past Sunday was the mid-season premiere. I believe it's like season 6, episode 9. It was the best episode of The Walking Dead I have ever seen. Like, it was amazing. I am literally going to, after this video, watch it again. And spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, so many like pivotal things happened in this week's episode. Sorry guys if it's too dark or whatever. But anyways, so many pivotal things happened in this week's episode that I wasn't expecting. A few things I was expecting. So there's so many different names that I might forget some of the people's names. But the little boy that when they were walking out of the house, Rick and the family, the woman and her 2 sons, and Carl and Michonne, and what's the preacher that I didn't like? Father Gabriel. So they're all walking out, and Judith is underneath Carl, and they're like walking with the zombies because they're trying to like camouflage themselves as zombies with the zombie guts all over them. Well, they're walking out. Father Gabriel stops. He said, hey, I will go back to the church. I will get Judith there safely. And so the lady asked, hey, can you take my son with you? Because he doesn't need to see all of this. Her son begged and pleaded to stay with her, saying he could handle it. Well, first of all, you don't make decisions, okay? It's not like you have any experience with zombies or killing zombies. And if it starts to go down, basically you're going to die because you don't know. So if I was her, she should have just let him go with Father Gabriel. But whatever, she didn't let him go. So when they're suddenly walking, major moment of the show, number 1, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Freaking, he started getting scared, seeing all the images of the zombies. It was like a nightmare to him. Then he remembered all the stuff that Carol told him about the zombies just like pulling his body apart and eating him while he's alive. And then he like freaks out. He stops, like he's basically giving up. He starts to cry. The zombies start noticing, like, he's not no zombie. So then they literally start tearing him apart and eating him. And I was like, oh, thank God. I mean, generally, I would not like for kids to be devoured, but this kid, he couldn't cut it in this world, okay? He kept saying mom and all that, and he was talking too loud. He was going to get them exposed, and there were people in that group that needed to survive. At that point, the mom looks at him, and you're like seeing your kid being ripped apart and eaten right in front of your eyes. So then she starts screaming, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You want everybody to die because your son is getting eaten? So then they start like coming after her. Well, remember, they all were holding hands. So she still had a hold to Carl's hand. So at that point, Rick had to snap out of it. He kind of cared about her a little bit, so he was a little like traumatized, but he had to snap off of it, chop her hand off so that Carl could be let go. So then the boy, I believe his name is Ron or something, the one that had been trying to kill Carl for like a few episodes, he gets his gun out and he's about to shoot Rick and Carl because he feels like it's all their fault that his mom and his brother died. Okay, this is a new world. The zombie apocalypse has occurred, okay? The fact that your brother, he didn't know how to do anything with a gun, a knife, or anything, he was gonna die. I'm sorry, he was eventually gonna die. And you're a punk. Like, you should have been taken out a long time ago. Like, they keep looking out for you. He puts out his gun. Mind you, if he shoots this gun, all of the zombies will come because of the sound. Well, so as soon as he's about to shoot, Michonne comes up behind him with her katana and, like, kills him. But when she did that, I guess the gun went off. I didn't even realize it. So this is the second like pivotal moment in the show. The rest of the little family has died. Then all of a sudden you see Carl, his eye is like bloody, and you're like, what happened? What is going on? He shot him in the eye. And at that point, I'm like, oh, Rick is going to freaking lose it. I mean, he is going to lose his mind. This is going to change him as a person altogether. So Rick just like flips out. He forgets that he's like surrounded by zombies. He picks up Carl and he's about to like run through the crowd. At that point, he probably didn't care if like he got eaten or whatever. So Michonne is like, oh, I got to have his back. So she starts going crazy with her katana. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so then all of a sudden you see that they go into, they like make it into the infirmary. The girl that's the doctor, she was in there. Side note, the wolf had taken her away, remember. He said, I'm going to change you so that you can think like me, basically be evil. And so at one point she was stuck in the street and a zombie was trying to bite her and he came back for her to help her. And so at that point, she's saying like, oh, you're a good person. You didn't have to come and try to save me. But in the midst of him doing that, he got bit. So she was like, hey, we need to go to the infirmary because I will help you survive. I will help you. Well, while they're on their way back to the infirmary, Carol sees the wolf guy, and she just shoots him automatically. Like, no, we're not taking chances anymore, because maybe all of this wouldn't have happened had we not took chances. And so he dies. The girl gets inside. She's, like, operating on Carl. Rick is like, I mean, he's just like pissed. Like, he does not know what to do with himself. So Rick goes, and he was just like, I'm about to kill all of them. I'm killing all of them. That's him, like, releasing steam. And I'm thinking, like, is this like a suicide mission? Like, what are you doing? You clearly can't handle all these zombies on your own. And I'm freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, Rick is gonna die. Oh my gosh. So then all of a sudden, Michonne is like, no, I gotta go help him. Then everybody else in there is like, hey, we gotta go help. So then you see people looking out their windows and they're like, we got to go out here. They're taking a stand. We can take them all out. So perfect moment. Well, Glenn comes in. They're trying to help Maggie. Glenn and the little runaway girl trying to help Maggie. Glenn starts shooting, but he's drawing all the walkers towards him. Basically like, hey, just go ahead and eat me as long as Maggie and my unborn baby survives. So then, right in perfect timing, Abraham and Sasha come with machine guns, killing all of the walkers. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. What? I couldn't handle this episode. And then all of a sudden, what's his name? I could never forget his name. Daryl comes out, pours out the gasoline, and starts a fire. It's a whole lake of fire. And of course, the light is going to attract them, all the walkers. So they start going towards the fire, and they're literally burning in the lake of fire. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. This is the best episode ever. It was just like hands down like amazing. Even Father Gabriel, he was like, forget this. He got Judith back to the church. He was like, watch her. We're going to go take this place back. Like, God has answered our prayer, but faith without works is dead, and we need to do something about it. He has given us the courage to go and save Alexandria. So it was just absolutely amazing. Let's not forget the beginning of the episode where Negan's guys acted like they were about to, like, basically, like, kidnap or kill, or a combination of both, Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha, and then all of a sudden Daryl comes out of nowhere and blows all of them up. I'm like, ugh. This episode really couldn't get any better. I mean, seriously, once you think you've seen everything in The Walking Dead, then they just hit you with this, and it was amazing. So basically, all of those like walkers, that huge herd, all gone, all dead. There is hope, and Carl is still alive, but he is now missing an eye. He has a patch over it, and I'm like, man, this is going to change a lot for his character. Eugene's character, like, finally grew some cojones, and he went out there and started killing walkers. I mean, it was a lot. The doctor girl, she finally stepped up into her position. She was confident in it. I mean, everybody. There was a character change for everybody in this episode. And Rick, I don't know if this will be for the good or for the bad, but we shall see. I don't do these reviews often, but I had to rave about this because I absolutely loved it. If you don't watch The Walking Dead, get on Netflix and watch it now. It is so worth your time. Okay. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Visit me at www.mrsblogaholic.com. Have a good one. Bye.